Scott Frost was on the show a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I watched that, yeah.
And he is ready to return
the
prominence that Tom Osborne obviously brought to Nebraska. So you must be fired up about that.
Yeah, I think it's like I'm really fired up about it. I was actually getting a chance to talk to Bruce in the green room area before because I had the opportunity to sort of just pick his brain a little bit about it. And
what did Bruce Feldman have to say?
He interviewed him for the Sports Illustrated article. That was a big, extensive article on Scott Frost's return to Nebraska and all this stuff. And I don't know Scott Frost at all, but he is such an intelligent man to listen to, and clearly so, and such a revered son for anyone, which is like 79% of the people in Nebraska love Nebraska football. Right. And so, and the other 21% just travel too much, I guess. I don't know. But he's such a wonderful man to listen to. He's kind of marks all these boxes that you want your coach to be at that level, which is someone that's an upstanding citizen, a family man, and just a true competitor who's clearly very intelligent at what he does.
And knows the program.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
look,
right.
a few years ago.
a national championship winner. I was 17 when I saw him win.
Hold on a second.
That's right. You're a Michigan fan. I was going to talk about this. You asked Scott this, and Scott had the wonderful he dodged the bullet.
Well, hold on a minute.
Really well.
Hold on. As Tom Osborne would say, he took a knee. He took a knee on that. Okay.
That's fair.
Took a knee. As Osborne
what do you
always
think
liked to do.
He did give you a little indication though, which was this veiled jab, which was, I'm pretty sure any fan base of a team that was that successful and that strong would believe that their team would have beat the other team. It was something like that.
Right.
And I was like, that's a very classy move.
Yes.
Shows the class that this man's going to bring to the program.
Yes.
Also that he respects your program.
Yes.
And I respect this challenge.
That's one way to view that conversation.
Okay, how can it also be viewed?
May I give you the other point?
Absolutely.
The other way is, Tom Osborne was retiring.
This is great.
And the members of the media wanted to give him the mother of all gold watches, which is half of Michigan's championship.
Wow.
And the reason why we even had a half of a championship is because the touchdown pass, in quotes, that I threw against Missouri that got kicked up in the air purposefully against the rules.
That's true, and was admitted to later.
That landed there. Was it Matt Davison who
Absolutely.
caught that ball?
Yeah.
Who's now part of the organization there in Nebraska that has brought Scott Frost back.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we got half a championship. That's what I was reading into what he was saying at the time, Nicholas.
All right, now I think that's entirely fair, but I'm not sure it's the way to read the entire conversation.
Okay,
but I will say
that
Nebraska shared a national championship with Penn State. No, was it Penn State? Yeah, it was Penn State.
Yes.
And Penn State had a controversial call where the receiver later admitted to being out of bounds when he caught that.
Yes.
That kept them alive in that game. So I will say that we all know how college football works.
Yes.
And I can't go through all of Michigan's plays from that season.
Yes.
And I don't remember how close they were to what the average win
They
difference
were not very
was.
close. They were not very close.
This is also I recognize that.
Yes.
But the thing that is undeniable is that we had two strong, undefeated teams from top-tier programs.
Yes.
And Nebraska had a massive win against a very strong Peyton Manning Tennessee team that year.
Yes.
And it was very difficult to say that Nebraska is not an excellent program or not an excellent team that season.
And I will say, continuing this high-pitched cadence that we are going back and forth to maintain civility.
I respect that meta observation.
I will say that Michigan did have the actual Heisman Trophy winner over Peyton Manning that year in Charles Woodson.
Right.
And with respect to you, as a guest on this show, first of what I hope is many appearances, Nicholas D'Augusto.
I would love to come back. I'll come back tomorrow.
I will say, I don't care what happened between Nebraska and Penn State at all.
Yeah, no, I respect this. But I get it. I get it.
Can we just respect each other, I guess, and take
do.
a knee?
I love the passion, and how can I say that you don't have a right to ask for that? But all I know is that was a very fine team, and as a Nebraska fan, I was all too happy to see us be a part of the national
And I think the ultimate trump of this whole thing is that you are a fresh-faced star of NBC's Trial and Error, and I am a man pushing 50 in a Mexican jersey with a Mexican flag on my face like I'm 3.
Listen, I could have very easily come here with. I actually thought about bringing some of my Cornhusker gear. I have how you can go to we were at, I think it was Coney Island with my wife. and there were stuffed corn cobs with faces on them that you could win, like if you tossed a ring.
Yes.
And I spent so much money tossing the rings and never winning the corn cob that the young person actually gave it to me.
out of pity?
Yeah. And
people in Brooklyn don't take pity on too many people, man.
No, it just goes to show you, like, I was just clearly showing such sad emotion, and like had recognized that like $40 is way too much to pay for this corn cob. But he is my corn cob. He's Robert Bob, the corn cob.
Oh my God!
And I dress him in Nebraska gear. And I almost brought him today, but I didn't. This is my first time.
Well,
Feels like that's a strong thing to walk in.
You've already
with.
shared too much with the story already.
Fair.
You don't need to bring the visual evidence, but
yeah, maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.